Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we'll be discussing Anthem. We're gonna give our opinions, our comments, ideas, our criticism, and our joys on what our experience is in the game. And today LJ is with me, so we're both
Hello.
gonna discuss everything together with good points, bad points, and so on. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yep.
So welcome
Well,
everyone.
yeah. Well, Anthem was developed in 2012. That's 6 years. Okay, and it was first showcased as a teaser in E3 2014. And it's been out like for 2 weeks, right, Marv?
Yep, it's
I
about
guess
2 weeks.
early.
It's the official launch was on the 22, but if you had
Yeah,
early access like premium from Origin, you could play on the 15.
yeah. The game was awesome. It looks graphically wow. I know how games have problems at launch. I do respect that. But I mean, 6 years they should have like had a better launch, I think. Marv liked the lip sync, right, Marv?
Yeah, the animations of it, they did an awesome job with it. Like I know from my experience that creating lip sync that is that good will consume a lot of time. So I really appreciated how they did it. It's really pleasant to look at. They did an
Uh-huh.
awesome job and it's dead on and it looks really awesome.
Yeah, like for me, I'm a person that likes to go into the game, see the game style. Um, I play Interceptor mostly. I love it, but the thing that like I like how it moves and it goes really smooth sometimes. But I still wish that they would have a certain slot for melee because melee damage doesn't change. I need to think about other stuff to do it.
Yeah, I
The
would.
view,
I
yeah,
would also like
so
to see a slot where we can upgrade our melee weapons to do more damage or stuff like that, or change it for something else. It may be in the future, I don't know, but I would love to see something like that that we can also change our melee weapons. And since we're speaking about weapons anyway, I would really love to see that we will be able to customize the colors of the weapons because
yeah, that would be
sometimes
awesome.
weapons stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, like we would have a nice looking javelin and the weapon doesn't look good.
And you
I
run
mean, what
around
can
with
I
a
say?
pink grenade launcher.
Yeah, I know, right? The javelins are four right now, which is yours, the one
Ranger,
you're playing, Ranger, and you have
Ranger,
Interceptor, Storm, and the big
Colossal.
guy, Colossal. Okay, every one of them has its weak points and strong points. I mean, I do see them being functional. The sad part for me, if you see in the video, being in pure melee, there's nothing to protect me, and I need to be really fast. And again, the melee weapon, I need to have like an upgrade for that. It would be so awesome. And you see a lot of people that play Frost because you can do more combos with it, and a lot of people that play Ranger, which also opens combos and Colossals. The hype at the start, everyone was so hyped up. It's like the honeymoon phase. Of course, it's good, but nothing, no game comes out with no bugs at all. But let's talk about the bugs now. From my point of view, like Marv, you share my opinion about the loading screen. I
Yeah.
see them it's getting better, but yeah, like I shouldn't have a loading screen from my javelin to actually from my what you call it javelin to get to my party and then click ready. It's a lot of time.
Yep.
And the thing that also, like, if you're not with a group or anything, you can't start the mission unless you're going to your javelin. Like, I need to go to that full walk to there.
Yeah,
Don't you
that's
mind?
something that I don't like either. Like if you're in a party, you can just hold R, go to the screen, and select the mission and go from there. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
it
It's
makes it
quality
so
of
much.
life.
It makes it so much easier instead of running all the way back up there. It can be a pain and annoying, and especially when you get disconnected from the server, it's a pain in
Hmm.
the ass.
Yeah, the
Um,
disconnect I think happened in the beginning. Now it's not that much, right?
I had it yesterday that I just got kicked out of the server. It's like connection lost, and it just like
Mm,
okay, thanks.
yeah.
And I lost
For
all
me,
the loot
like,
that I got in that run. It was like okay, what's going on here? It's like where did my legendary go?
it happens. For me, it's like the DCs and all the troubles now are less. I think yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there are definitely improvements.
Yeah, thank you. Like, we praise them for doing that. But also, it would be nice in the party to if we have vote to kick because there's some players just
Yes.
go AFK and oh my god, they just go farming or wherever, which is oh my god.
Yeah, sometimes it's really annoying that they bring, for example, a couple of people and they just stand there when you're fighting two titans or a
mm,
titan and it's killing the
that's like
shit
a
out of
boss.
you and they're just standing there doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I get if you're gonna go behind and wait for your health and shield to come back, but when you just go AFK, we're waiting. We're also players. The other thing is like when players rush in and we get teleported. Marv had that experience multiple times where he
Yes.
like got loading screen then suddenly dead. It would be awesome. Just a piece of advice. Can you please just have it where we get teleported and there's like 1 or 3 seconds of vulnerability where we don't get any damage. So we don't die for no reason. We just load in.
Yeah, because most players are using like a normal hard drive and it takes a significant time to load.
Hmm.
I had the occasion that in the Heart of Fear, for example, I got teleported, spawned in with somebody else, and as soon as I saw my character, I was dead. I couldn't move, couldn't do anything, and at the end, it got resetted, and we had to go again. And it's like, gee, thanks. Couldn't you just wait or like give us
Yeah.
an immunity?
Yeah.
And it was just so annoying because you had to wait. There was nothing else you can do. Like you couldn't open a menu. You literally could
Yeah,
not
it's
do
like that's when
anything.
you're dead, right?
Yeah,
You can't open the menu, you can't do anything when you're dead. It's like you can only use voice chat. Like, please, where's me? Okay, what else? Like, I would appreciate it. It was 6 years in the making, and it would be epic if I can see the stats. You know the stats that are under each item or gear? Like those affect like our gameplay since like for example, refresh rate, speed, harvest, luck, crit damage, those kind of stuff. Like, if you're gonna implement it, put it in the game, at least give us a way to see all of them adding up in a stat board or something.
yeah, kind of
Like, I,
like World of Warcraft, for an example. If you open up your character, you see like dexterity, health, a shield,
yeah,
that
like
kind of
the
stuff,
only
total
thing we see
damage.
is item level, right?
Yeah, item level or gear level. You can see
Yeah, gear level.
the gear level. You can see that, but you can't see the total amount of shield or health. Like you just see a bar and that's it. And like
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna come in the future or if I totally missed it. But it would
well,
be
it
so
should
awesome
come.
if you can see the total amount in a sidebar or stuff like that
Like,
that we can
just
access.
imagine it, Marv. We're going into a game. I'm gonna do like Grandmaster One or whatever. Like, and I want my javelin to do a certain thing. Like, for example, you have the toxic build for interceptor. I need to know certain stuff. Like, I want to increase my crit, or and what does this do? That do? Like, there isn't any indication that would help us toward this. The only thing that we try that actually work is like having harvest gear, having all of your items having harvest, and you go on a free play like me and Marv go sometimes and just harvest, like, those plants and stuff you harvest to get to create items. Okay,
Yes.
those actually work because we did do it. Other than that, did you try the luck one, Marv? How was that?
Well, the luck one, I don't know if it was due to the problem that they had, that they temporarily, accidentally, due to a patch, increased the drop rate of the loot.
Uh-huh.
So I can't really say anything about it. But at some point, I did receive more loot qualities than
Mm,
without. But like I said, that could have been that window that I was playing that bug was active. So I can't
yeah,
really say if it actually does anything.
yeah, but he's talking about the harvest, not the gear drop. The gear drop we're gonna talk about right now, like off of my head, on top of my head, I'm gonna say this. Grandmaster 1, 2, 3 is pointless. Don't get me wrong. Like, We
It's
did
not.
it.
It's just
Yeah.
not worth it. Like this video is made for Grandmaster 2. When we were trying it out, we were slightly on the gear. Like this javelin was 445 gear level. It was pretty difficult. It took us 1 hour and 11 minutes to complete the whole thing. And
Yeah, for
the
me, I
loot that
enjoyed
we
it.
got
Honestly,
was
I like
so
the difficulty.
depressing, it wasn't worth it. Like, I could have
For
done like a
for
hard
me,
and
Marv,
got
like
twice
I
as
kind of
much.
liked it. Like I liked the
I
difficulty
enjoyed it as
enough.
well, but if
It
you
was
look
like,
at the
oh my
loot,
god, something is difficult. But the annoying part is like, I know our loot. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna do this. We're gonna give it a try. We might get loot because it says so, and the percentage is there. When you look at the Grandmaster too. But when we went there, we got greens, we got
white
epics,
comments.
whites, and like we shouldn't get whites in Grandmaster 2. I mean, it's a given. Like we spent 1 hour, 1 hour something just on that game time, and we should get much more rewarding stuff for
Mhm.
our time being spent. Yeah, and like what else?
Like, and there's still a lot of bugs going on, such as sound suddenly disappearing. Now they have said
Yeah,
that it's going to be fixed in the next patch, but I have no idea when that patch is going to launch. And I still had it happen yesterday to me. It was quite annoying.
yeah, it happens. Yeah,
And there's
every
no
now and
way
then.
for me to even change the audio device like what you have in some games, not all of them, that you have the option to choose your device on where the sound is going to come out. Like I have multiple audio devices in my computer, such as headphones, sound card, and so on. And I want to be able to choose where the game sound is going through, like either my
Yeah,
headset or my speakers. And I
you're a
don't have that
special
option.
case, Marv. I only have one thing. Okay, but for me also, the sound still like you need to restart the game. That's your
Yeah,
only option.
you completely restart the game in order to fix that, and it's
I
quite
mean,
annoying, especially when you're doing story mode and you want to listen to the story. You do not have an option to replay that video or certain part of the story, and you might have missed it out. Like for me, I have dyslexia; I can't read the text, so I would have missed out on that entire story, and that's something that I thought it's pretty sad.
yeah, for me, like, okay, I like it doesn't bother me about the story. It's not a big thing for me for a story, but I surely need it when we're playing a mission. Like I need to hear stuff, like when we're against a colossal or something. Sometimes I'm not looking at him, so the voices help me when I'm going into melee and going out. And all of a sudden,
Especially
there's no
with
voice. Wow,
especially
it's
with
something.
abilities going off. Like you can hear them charge, for an example, or form, or coming closer. Like it's really important to have sound, or that you hear shooting. You need to know where your teammates are, even though that you have like tiny little markers, but it doesn't pinpoint their exact location.
Hey, Birdie. Yeah, well, I agree. Like sounds play a big factor. Plus, like this game is very well designed. Okay, it looks awesome, but I mean, come on, like
It does look
voice.
definitely often.
Yeah, and like I like the customization, how you customize your javelin and the amount, like the colors, the material. It's epic. It's nice, and it's as Marv said, like we should like have certain colors for our guns and stuff. Um, and we wish also like if it's possible if we have like something like a trade for players, like we would have a trading mechanic or something that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
like for example, if somebody wants like, hey, I'm 2 orbs short or 2 crystals short, can you spare some crystals that you can trade on one another? Like
yeah,
somebody
like
loves to
that
farm
would be
and some
epic.
people hate to farm. It would be
Yeah,
awesome if you can trade with them.
yeah, you can. They can get gold or shards, and we can exchange them for like his time spent farming, which makes sense. I mean, in conclusion, like we like the game. They made some bad decisions or like bad calls maybe, and we wish like they would get better. They hear us out. Um, Overall, the game is nice. It's epic. Everything about it is nice, but those small things that happen to players like crashes. I know it's just the beginning of the game. It always happens like this
Yeah.
in the start of every expansion.
In all
We know
honesty,
it.
I think they launched the game too early, and
Yeah,
some
they were
people actually
pressured to
made
it.
videos about it that
Yeah,
they weren't ready. It was actually quite
yeah.
hilarious, but that's beside the point. Like for me, from my
So yeah,
experience playing the game, is that at some point when I spent a lot of time, I played like 130 hours on the game, and that's a lot. And at some point, I couldn't gear up. I wasn't getting the loot that I needed, or the stats were crap, and I was stuck. And at some point, there was a bug which has been fixed, that
yep,
Rangers, specifically Rangers, got one shotted no matter what they had, like full health, full shield, and they got one shotted just straight off the bat. So they were
yeah, dude.
stuck and
I'm an
couldn't
interceptor. I died with
couldn't
one
do
shot
anything.
regardless.
But it's just like a bummer. Like it took me 5 days before I can
Yeah,
continue playing on a
and
other difficulty, which
yeah. For
put
me,
me
the
off
beginning
quite a
was
lot.
like beginning for me was like my screen get frozen. My screen got frozen, and I had to do a lot of fixes. Then it got okay, and I had to work on another PC. But yeah, in conclusion, we hope you liked our pros and cons and support us, follow us, and put a comment down there. It helps us. Thank you, and have a
Mhm.
good day.
But I wasn't finished yet. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, feel free to check us out. If you have questions, feel free to put them down below in the comments. We will try to answer them. Keep in mind, we're just giving our opinion and our experience about the game. We're not bashing it, because I've seen a lot of people bashing the game as well.
No, we're not bashing. We're showing good points and bad points. I
Yeah, good
mean, if
points
they
and bad
correct
points,
it
but
in the future, I mean, all for it. So yeah,
mostly they say that the game was bad and that kind of stuff. Like I personally
yeah,
enjoy the game,
yeah.
but
Let's
it
wrap it
does
up.
need a little bit of work. But that's my opinion. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys in the next one.
Bye.